everybody. Derek here for a new Foley Fables. We're going to be checking out the Excavation of Hobbs Barrow. This is developed by Cloak and Dagger Games with Wadget Games Publishing. So the Excavation of Hobbs Barrow is a folk horror narrative-driven adventure. Explore the isolated moors of rural Victorian England, the best England, as you uncover the mysteries of Hobbs Barrow. The answers lie in the soil. So this is giving me a lot of... It was giving me a lot of Broken Sword vibes until I watched the trailer. Now it's like Hot Fuzz, maybe, or a little bit of Wicker Man kind of thing going on for it. Anyway, it is a point and click adventure type thing, so I am using mouse and keyboard on the Steam Deck. We will see how that goes. So let's get going. Alright, game audio. Game's a bit quiet. Push that up. Although it's a bit quiet in my headphones as well. See if we can do something about that in the settings. Alright, auto advanced dialogue, no. Well, unless it says speech, so in that case, yes. Oh wait, press to advanced dialogue. Why did that change? Okay, I'm just gonna leave it alone. Okay, we'll see how the audio plays out. Jesus. Actually, I'm wondering now, how do I get to the Steam Deck's overlay with a mouse and keyboard? Go the other way? Is that working for you guys? Alright, you know what? I will blast this. That's a bit loud in my ears now. That should be fine. And then I'll just bring it down a little bit for you guys. So you can hear me, the most important part of the stream, of course. Alright, let's jump in. Okay. Mary Poppins. Okay, I'm just seeing if I can interact with anything, but it doesn't look like it. Find the guy who's Victorian England. What period of history is Victorian England? Oh, oops. Hey Melwan, thank you for telling me I was so big. I was not supposed to be so big. Okay, it doesn't look like I can read anything yet.
Miss Bateman.
What's up?
Welcome back to Ticehurst House.
Thanks.
It's been quite some time.
I was only gone for some messages.
Terrible weather this evening, is it not? Nurse Blaketon
You should
has
probably
had enough
ask me to
of
come in.
Smoking inside makes her cough. You see,
Why do I have to be out here?
a bit of rain won't kill me, will it?
Lightning might.
You mustn't be interested in me nattering on.
Correct.
Give my regards to your father. Nurse Blaketon is preparing his supper.
Okay. You said you were the most important part of the stream, so it made sense to be big. Yeah, that's
You
fair.
look pale, Miss Bateman. Do head inside.
Listen, Chief,
You'll
I
catch your
am
breath out here.
conversing with my stream right now. Okay, title. Smash the title. Oh no, the title is bleeding. That's concerning. Okay, we've skipped ahead a bit. Considerably, really.
Dearest Mother,
Dearest Mother.
I hope this letter will reach you.
It won't. Our mailing service is terrible.
I have spent these past years in torment, trying to piece together what remains of fractured memories. What I am about to recount to you will seem beyond comprehension, but I beg for your patience.
Sheep. What up, sheep? It was you, wasn't it? You're the murderer.
I will endeavour to explain the events that led me to Ticehurst House that night. As far as I can recall, this whole wretched story started with the receipt of a letter from a Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Mr. Shoulder. Good name. Extreme close-up. Blink. Blink.
The
Blink.
letter brought
Oh,
me to
God.
the isolated village of Bewley, deep in the moors.
Bewley.
No station master in sight.
Oh well, guess
Hope
we'll
the
start
village
walking.
Isn't too far away. I can't recall
that
our
it?
exact meeting place.
Is that the blip on the
Mr.
horizon?
Shoulder
Is that the
mentioned
meeting?
it in his letter.
Better check so. How do I check my inventory? Oh, good God. Press A to walk or interact. Well, we're using a mouse and keyboard, so that doesn't matter. X to examine. Inventory, move to the top of the screen. Okay, so broken sword rules. Once an inventory item is selected, you can press X to deselect it. You could double tap and exit to teleport. Very good. Even in Victorian England times, they had teleportation. This game will occasionally autosave. You can also save whenever you want. Menu buttons, menu, helpful. Or1 is the map. Okay, we're going to have to figure out what that is on the keyboard. L4 and or 4 for quick loads and quick save. L4? L4. Oh, Steam Deck, right. That's the button at the back. Okay. Show interactable hotspots. Okay, cool. Now I got to figure out what all that means when you're playing with a keyboard. Okay. Tab? No. Shift? No. Wait. No.
If I take the sign, how would the trains know where to stop?
Very good.
Bewley. I have great expectations for this, Barrow.
Okay, inventory. Letter. Dear Miss Bateman, I write this letter in the hope of piquing your curiosity. I read about your expertise in barrows, and if I understood correctly, you are writing a book on them and the treasures they contain. I live in the village of Bewley, where a most special barrow can be found on the outskirts. It is rectangular in form and is certainly tall enough to stand up in. It's unknown for a barrow, but okay. The place is steeped in local legend, and there is rumor of secrets to be found deep within. Why have they not been found yet, Mr. Shoulder? I hope you will not misunderstand me and find this letter intrusive. If you wish to visit Bewley and excavate the barrow, I will be pleased to be your guide. Please send your response to the Plough and Furrow Inn, Bewley. I shall await your letter. I'm there all the time. I get smashed drunk every morning. Yours respectfully, Mr. Leonard Shoulder. Dear Miss Bateman, marvellous news. I shall meet you at 8 o'clock in the evening of the 14th of this new month at the Plough and Furrow Inn, Bewley. The inn has fine rooms, which you will find adequate for your short stay. When we meet, I shall tell you more of the circumstances surrounding the site, which is referred to locally as Hobbs Barrow. It's not located on my own land, but we will have no issue gaining permission to excavate. I browbeat the owner into submission. I wish you a safe journey. Okay, so we gotta find the inn.
I must make my way to the Plough and Furrow Inn.
Thanks. Talk to this person.
I swear she was not standing there a moment ago.
Correct.
Excuse me?
Madam?
Yes? I'm looking for the Plough and Furrow Inn. Do you know where I can find it?
Ah, young lady. Leave the station and follow the dry stone wall for around half a mile. You'll come to Bewley. Go straight ahead and you'll find the market square. The inn is t'other side at square.
T'other.
Thank you very
I
much.
know it well.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
Well, it used to be a thriving village. Not so much now. I don't spend much time there these days.
Are you
Wait,
local?
you just hang out at the train station?
Yes, a local I am. But I don't live in the village.
So you're not a local.
Where are you travelling to today?
That would be none of your business, young lady.
Fair.
Quite. Apologies. I wish you a pleasant journey.
Okay. Still gotta figure out how to actually access things. Alright, menu. Cool. Save. Save. Ugh, I don't want to name it anything. Blah, there. Ugh. Okay. Key bindings. Anywhere. Should I actually play this with a controller instead, it seems? No. No. Do I just go through the entire keyboard now? Alt. Shift. Control. Tab. C. WASD. It's none of the WASDs. No, it's none of these buttons. I'm mashing the entire keyboard here at the moment. Oh, there was something there. What was that? Spacebar. Okay. That's how you do that. Do I need anything else? No? I think that's good. Okay.
Hello there. The post looks unattended. The tracks look quite untarnished. I don't think many trains come through here.
Did any train come through here? Okay, follow the dry stone wall, which is this way. Or not.
What brings you to Bewley?
I beg your pardon?
What brings you to Bewley, miss?
She looks superstitious? How does she look superstitious? I'll just tell her the truth.
I'm here to visit a local landmark, Hobbs Barrow.
Hobbs Barrow? Well, I can't say I've heard of it. For what reason?
I wish to excavate it.
Grave robber, are you?
That's me.
Not at all. I merely have an interest in antiquities.
Not much to be found in Bewley, if you ask me. You're better off waiting for the next train back to the city.
I'll take my chances.
Can't say I didn't warn you.
That was odd.
So she came here to tell her piece, and then she's not actually going anywhere. Okay. Fair enough. Hello, Crow. Oh. Okay then. Follow the wall, so we're going this way. Right, presumably we're in Bewley now.
The sign is in a shabby state, but the shop appears to be a cobbler's.
Okay. Alright, this must be the inn.
The Plough and Furrow. I have a bit of time before Mr. Shoulder arrives. I should inquire about a room.
Okay, I'll do that. Pardon me, drunkard. Don't be Irish, don't be Irish, don't be Irish.
Oh, there. What's the young lady doing out alone in this sodden weather?
What did I say? I said don't be Irish. I'm heading to the Plough and Furrow. Get out of the way, sir. You're drunk. What are you doing out in this weather?
What are you doing out in this weather?
Waiting for you, my dear.
I doubt
I
it.
doubt that.
I've waited long enough. So, give us a kiss now, won't you?
Gross. Punch directly in the face. Humor him? It usually works, yeah. I don't know about that. Perhaps he is married.
How dare you?
Slap. Yeah,
Wench.
indeed. This will not come back to
A
bite me.
buffoon.
Alright, which one is shoulder?
I should speak to the innkeeper about a room.
Innkeeper, man, painting.
It's a crudely painted scene that appears to be of a biblical nature.
See, Adam and Eve. Or Adam and Steve, possibly.
The innkeeper is a serious-looking man. Good
Well, he
afternoon.
won't take kindly to
Good
shenanigans,
afternoon,
so.
lass. How can I help you?
Give us a room.
I am in need of a room for the night.
Aye, we aren't short of those. One
Uh,
night, is it?
I shall
Concerning.
need at least 2 nights, maybe more.
Aye, 'tis not a problem. 3 shilling per night.
You can bunk
That
with me.
includes dinner and tea.
Me and the
A
wife.
fair price.
I'll need that payment up front for the 2 nights.
Will you now? Do I have that kind of money?
I have 6 shillings and 2 pence. My assistant Kenneth is bringing more funds tomorrow.
Jesus.
I don't like travelling with too much money on me.
That's so much money.
A gift from my mother. It bears my initials, TB.
Tuberculosis. Got it.
This is payment for the room.
Thank you. Can I ask for your name, lass?
You can ask.
Thomasina Bateman.
Damn it.
And will Mr. Bateman be staying with us tonight?
There is no Mr.
No,
Bateman.
I am not wed. My assistant is
Scandalous.
arriving tomorrow.
Your assistant, you say? Will you be needing another room?
No, he sleeps on the floor.
Please.
I'll keep a room spare. It's not quite as nice as yours, I'm afraid.
Not a problem, sir. I'm sure it will be adequate. Kenneth is a man of inexpensive taste.
Is Kenneth a dog?
Here's your key. Just go through the door to the right of the bar, then up the stairs. Room number 2.
Thank you.
Can I help you with your luggage?
Who's in number 1?
No, thank you, sir. I can manage.
Who got room number 1? Evict them. I demand it
Should
right
go
now.
upstairs and freshen up before Mr. Shoulder arrives.
Right, now I'll finally get to figure out what it means when women say they're going to freshen up. I didn't even get to pick
This
the
shall
number.
do nicely. Time to change into something more comfortable.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's not what I thought. That's not where I thought we were going with that. Okay. All right, we're getting into our Victorian England Lara
Much
Croft
better.
cosplay. All right, let's have a look around.
A decorative plate depicting a goat.
Of course, makes sense.
A sturdy-looking thing, useful to many a weary traveller.
And then
I've stored my case in there. A box within a box.
deep. Can I have it?
I've stored my case in there. A box.
Okay, that's a
I've
no.
hung my dress inside.
Can I
Aside
have
from
it?
that, the wardrobe is empty. The wardrobe looks old, perhaps 100 years or more in age.
This wardrobe is older than I am.
Complementary matches. Useful.
Right, we will definitely have to take these. Let's get these.
Complementary matches. Useful.
Correct. Pick them up. There we go.
There's only one match left, though.
Ugh, that's not great.
My evening light shall be provided by this solitary candlestick. Jammed shut. The wood must have warped over the years.
Well, I imagine we're going to have to figure out how to wrench that open.
A decrepit set of drawers.
Decrepit set of drawers. Jug of water. Yeah, we're going to need that. Pick that up.
This may come in handy.
Yeah, just store it in your inventory somehow. Don't ask questions.
I don't wish to carry the bowl around with me.
Why not? Alright, so that's our wash bowl. Plumbing had been invented by now, right? Okay, what's in our inventory now? We got our matches. We got a jug of water somehow that isn't sloshing about the place. We got our key. Ooh, we have a to-do. What's in my to-do pile? Meet Mr. Shoulder. Wait for Mr. Shoulder. Got it. Oh, there's no quick way out of this menu. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Let's have the
Miss
chats.
Bateman, you've transformed.
Correct.
I feel
Now
far
I
more
am Mr.
comfortable in
Bateman.
my outdoor clothing.
You look like one of those explorers you see in the newspaper.
You're not
Guess
far
you could
off.
Call me an explorer of sorts.
I'm Stanley. Stanley Kemp.
What's up, Kemp?
Pleasure to meet you, Stanley.
And tell me, I trust your room is adequate.
I don't know. It's got
Most
a
adequate.
decrepit set of drawers in it.
I'm looking for a man named Leonard Shoulder.
Aye, I know the man.
Tis
I'm
me.
to meet him here tonight.
Did you just slap him
Can
on the
I
way
get you
out?
something to drink while you wait?
Not yet, thank you. What can you tell me about Mr. Shoulder?
Aye, he's a quiet fellow. He only comes here to check his post.
Yes, I've been corresponding with him using this address.
Have you now? You found
Oh,
yourself
that's
an
an
admirer.
extra 10%
Not quite.
on your bill.
What business do you have with old Leonard then?
He is my sugar father.
Well, if you must know, I am what some people call a barrow digger.
A what?
a barrow digger.
What in God's name is that?
It's like a gold
Are you
digger,
familiar with tumuli?
but we go after land
Afraid not.
instead of money.
Barrow is another word for tumulus, or tumuli in the plural. A profoundly interesting subject.
You've lost me.
I thought
I
so.
excavate ancient burial sites looking for relics. A barrow is traditionally a circular mound of raised earth enclosing a burial chamber.
Oh, you're a grave robber.
No.
I am no such thing.
Don't worry, lass. I've met all sorts in here over the years. I won't tell anyone.
I assure you, my
doubt.
goal is more noble than petty grave robbery.
What sort of relics do you find then? Gold? Silver? Bones?
Well, rarely gold or silver, but treasures certainly. Ancient pottery is the most common find. I've been excavating barrows all over the country. I'm documenting my findings in preparation for my book. It shall be called Vestiges of the Antiquities in Rural England.
You gotta work on that title.
Very interesting. But what does old Leonard have to do with this?
That'll help you prop up a
Recently
coffee
acted in
table, I
which he
guess.
told
That's
me
about
about
it.
an unusual barrow in Bewley, a site called Hobbs Barrow. I'm meeting him here this evening to find out more.
I've lived here nigh on my whole life, and I've heard nought about a Hobbs Barrow.
This is concerning. Locals don't know anything about the Barrow. We're also out here alone. Anyway,
What can you tell me about Bewley?
Aye, it's a quiet place. People keep to themselves, work hard.
yep,
look
I
forward
can
to
see them
exploring the
working
village
very
tomorrow.
hard right now.
There's not a lot to see, lass. But St. Edmund's Church is a fine building, worth a visit.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Kemp.
Well, I've been the proprietor of this inn for the last 16 years. I worked as a drover all over the country in my younger days. Saved up my coin and bought this place.
It's a fine inn.
Thank you. I often run short of ale, but my rooms are rarely full. We don't get many outsiders wanting to stay overnight here in Bewley.
Why?
Are you sure you've never heard of Hobbs Barrow?
Not in my life, lass, but I'll tell you something. The moors stretch further than the eyes can see once you leave this village. There's no doubt many a discovery to be made.
Mr. Shoulder said the Barrow is well known locally, a place of legend.
I'm afraid you're going to have to speak to him about it.
Yeah, this is a problem.
Why are you interested in digging around in the dirt, lass?
It's fun.
Haven't you better things to do with your time?
Nope.
I enjoy nothing more than the thrill of discovery, uncovering the past and piecing together our history. I inherited this passion from my father.
Oh, a barrow digger too, eh?
Indeed. He would take me with him on excavations as a child.
Does he still come with you now, on your own adventures?
I'm afraid my father's been bedbound by illness for many years.
Oh,
Probably from all the
I
barrow
am
digging.
sorry to hear that, lass.
Thank you, Mr. Kemp. He is well looked after at a private hospital. Thanks for your time.
Private
As you were.
hospital, is it? More plates. We got a random pink plate.
A decorative plate. This one depicts a bull.
Okay, what about this one?
A decorative plate depicting a serpent.
Oh, this sounds like a puzzle.
A decorative plate. This one depicts a cat. A decorative plate depicting an eagle. A decorative plate. This one depicts a dog.
I'll kick that one, please.
A decorative plate depicting a bear.
My bear would be cool too, though. Which would you rather eat off of, I guess? Which should be the cleanest? Cats keep themselves clean, but they keep themselves clean with spit, so probably not for the best. And what was this, a snake? I think your plate would stay very still. A bull? Maybe? I forget what
A
was this?
decorative plate
Eagle?
depicting
No.
an eagle.
Your food flies away. Dog. Dog would just sit there, really. Yeah, okay. Dog plate it is. Okay, drunk.
A fine exemplar of inebriation.
Fellow
A
drunk.
rather miserable looking fellow. He's playing a board game by himself.
Same.
I think it's Three Men's Morris.
Playing Two Men's Morris by himself. Alright, impressive.
They are engaged in an intense discussion.
About.
They are engaged in an intense discussion.
Got it.
The crackling fireplace is more welcoming than the facial expressions of the locals. A majestic animal cut down in his prime. The poor thing.
Old man.
curmudgeonly-looking old fellow.
Alright, it's probably time to get out
I
of
do
here.
not need to use the lavatory.
Yes, you do. It's the only safe place here.
This painting shows a Rubenesque figure brushing her hair. Quite unusual to see such a sensual work in a room like this.
An angel
A
on this one.
biblical scene of some kind. An angel is depicted looking longingly to the heavens.
Okay. They just have a painting of the devil. Got it. Hey, old man. Do you want someone to join the game?
Good afternoon, sir.
Note for you here.
I beg your pardon?
I said there's note for you here, lass. Be on your way.
Charming.
Got it. Well, that's bail, I guess.
I should wait here for Mr. Shoulder.
Okay. Hey, drunk guy.
Good day, sir.
Yep. Let's join the intense discussion, I guess.
Hello, sir.
What?
I'm waiting here for a man named Leonard Shoulder. Do you know him?
I don't. Do you, love?
Never heard of him.
There you have it. Now clear off.
Cool. Okay, creepy old man it is.
Hello, sir.
Aye,
Do you know a Mr. Leonard Shoulder?
Nay.
you're not local.
Correct.
You've come on that bloody train, haven't you? Bewley's going to dogs.
My name is Thomasina Bateman, and you are...
Old
None of
man.
your business, lass. Where's your husband?
None of your business, sir.
Ah, you're brave coming in here all on your own.
Why?
I'm a grown
What do
woman.
I have to fear, old man? Are you
I'm
here to
Cyril.
assault me?
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Cyril. Do you know Mr. Shoulder?
That be none of your business, lass. I don't come to your city poking around asking questions, do I? Man just wants to enjoy his ale in peace.
You don't have an ale in front of you, Chief.
I take it you are not enamoured with the railway station.
Bewley's gonna be swarming with outsiders, like you. We don't want you coming here. It's as simple
Okay.
as that,
You
lass.
just want to stay inbred?
Why not?
Got it.
This is our town, our land.
I'm not looking to
I
take
assure
it.
you, I am not here to cause trouble.
We'll see about that, won't we?
Yeah, yes, we will.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
We're a proud community. I've
Why?
lived here my whole life. Not much here to interest folks like you.
How would you know?
Folks like
You
me.
haven't been anywhere else.
Aye.
Bye for now.
Ta-ra, lass.
Mr. Shoulder should really be here by now.
You said 8 o'clock.
Sit down and wait.
Where am I sitting? Oh. Am I sitting beside the drunk? Am I sitting beside the board game guy? Sitting on my own in the corner. Got it.
Where on earth is he?
Dead. Or a ghost.
What a waste of time this is turning out to be.
Oh, this is the guy I slapped, is it?
Not you again.
I just wanted to apologise for earlier. I deserved that slap.
Correct.
I'm sorry for my behaviour. The drink gets a hold of me sometimes.
Let's start again, shall we?
My name is Arthur Tillett.
Okay, good.
Thomasina Bateman.
What brings you to Bewley, anyway?
I'm here to meet someone, but he has not arrived.
His loss, if you ask me.
Perhaps you know the gentleman, Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Oh, I know Mr. Shoulder all right.
How
If
come
I'm
he only has an
making
Irish
some
accent
balls
when
to
he's
say,
drunk?
He's a bit long in the tooth for you.
The relationship is not what you're implying. I've never met him. In fact, I know very little about him at all.
Get me an ale and I'll tell you all about the old sod.
Last time you had a drink. I don't think you need another. One ale coming right up. Must I really buy you a drink for this information? You could always just slap him again, I suppose.
One ale coming right up.
Thank you very much, Miss Bateman. Then I'll tell you all about old Leonard Shoulder.
Old Lenny the Shoulder. That was...
How can I help you?
A tankard of your finest ale, Mr. Kemp.
Tankard. Jesus. Get smashed.
There we are. 2 pence, please.
Thank you.
That all my money now?
This was the last of my money.
That was all
but
my money.
Kenneth will be here tomorrow with more funds. Here you are, Arthur.
Thanking you. Oh, that hits the
Did he
spot,
just
that
empty
does,
the whole
lass.
thing?
Now then.
No. Okay. Can I sit down?
Old Len.
Lenny.
Sure.
Wow, he smashed already. Impressive.
Arthur? Mr. Tillett? Oh, for heaven's sake. The man is in a drunken stupor.
Immediately. One drink. Incredible.
After one drink too many, Arthur Tillett has passed out.
Love it. Alright, search the pockets, get our money
Mr.
back.
Tillett?
No?
He's not dead, just very drunk. I would still like to hear what he has to say about Mr. Shoulder.
Well, we're not going to find out. Eat water.
Oh, what the hell were that for?
You know what?
You passed out, Mr. Tillett.
Oh, sorry, lass. Where were I? Leonard Shoulder.
That's him.
Hold on another minute. I'm making for a piss.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
This man is unbelievable.
Has he passed out in the toilet too? Many hours later.
It feels like an hour has
He's
passed.
passed out in the toilet.
Perhaps I should go in there and check on him.
Oh, yeah.
Miss Bateman,
Yes.
my apologies. The ladies are closed due to faulty plumbing.
Where do you expect me to go
Have
then?
use the gents.
See,
Lovely.
indeed.
Mr. Tillett,
Okay. Why is this creepy?
these look modern. I'm surprised.
Expecting an outhouse.
There's no fresh water in there. The mirror is coated in a thick layer of grime.
Ah, that's your face.
The mirror is coated in a thick layer of grime. Some excavations are best left to others.
Okay, dead, missing, passed out, or suicide. What do we think? Get your votes in now.
Mr. Tillett? Mr. Tillett, are you in there?
Nope. Guess he's in this one.
Mr. Tillett, are you in there?
Ah, okay. He's a cat. Alright, that wasn't on the list.
Well, you're not Mr. Tillett.
Are you sure?
The mangy thing is fast asleep. I'd rather not touch it. The thing stinks to high heaven.
Stinks of piss, I guess. So, can you go through here?
The door opens a crack, but appears to be blocked from the other side.
Alright, take a running start at it, so.
I think I can hear someone moving around.
There's a horrible squelching
Mr.
noise coming
Tillett?
through.
Arthur, are you out there? Judging from the draft coming from below, this door must lead outside. I should investigate further.
Okay, well, let's go outside then. Hey, landlord.
How can I help you?
What's with the cat?
There's a door to the outside in the gents' lavatories. Why is it bolted?
That door doesn't even have a lock.
So you didn't block the door?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Have you seen Arthur Tillett?
I thought you were with you.
Same.
He went to the lavatory and has not returned.
That sounds like Arthur Tillett. Don't worry, lass. He'll be back.
Thanks for your time.
As you were.
Okay, how do we get to the back of the end?
Excuse me, sir.
Oh, I wanted...
Sir?
Shit, I wanted to go to the alley. Well, looks like we're following him. Back this way. Okay. Hitching post.
I could tether a horse here if I had one. A single glove is lying in the mud.
A single white glove.
A pearly white gent's glove. It's certainly unlike anything Mr. Tillett was wearing. Seems rather out of place here. Peculiar. Someone has wedged the door shut. Mr. Tillett. Why would he have done that?
Alright, got a shortcut. Do I have the wood?
Did Mr. Tillett leave, then block the door behind him? Something strange is going on here.
No shit.
Sturdy-looking barrels, no doubt used to store ale.
You could just walk up and nick it.
It's the small window to the lavatories. Surely Mr. Tillett could not have squeezed through that gap.
Probably not. Did I get the piece of wood? No. Looks like she just moved it. Okay. Alright, let's follow this guy then. Nothing could possibly go wrong here, following a stranger out into the moors.
The old man has disappeared into the darkness.
Sick.
I'd best turn back to the inn. A humble local dwelling.
Closing time.
Last orders.
I should get some sleep. Finding the missing men of Bewley shall have to wait for tomorrow.
He hasn't come back, has he? No.
Kenneth will be arriving tomorrow at midday. I should get some sleep. Yes, I must get some sleep. I shall track down Mr. Shoulder tomorrow.
Okay, so do we think Tibbet actually is the cat?
Bateman,
Yes.
Yes?
off to bed.
Correct.
Yes. I'm afraid Mr. Shoulder's let me down.
The rotter. Perhaps he will make himself known tomorrow.
I should hope so. This is turning into a waste of my time.
Ah, don't mind the locals, miss. It's just that we don't get a lot of visitors in Bewley.
Quite.
They mean well, believe me.
Doubt.
Sure, Mr. Kemp.
Please, call me Stanley.
Good night, Stanley.
Sleep well, Miss Bateman.
We didn't close the curtains? Okay. Have we used up our single match on the candle as well? Oh. The creepy cat. The creepy stinky cat. Okay. Just yeet the cat off the bed. The first day Adventus. La Caco.
Such horrid dreams.
Did we leave the candle on all night? It's gone. It's melted. Locked.
Bolted from the inside, just as I left it last night.
Alright, how did the cat get in, so?
As I suspected. I must have dreamt of that wretched-looking cat. I must say I'm relieved. Right then. Let's see if I can track down the elusive Leonard Shoulder. I'm rather anxious to get to this barrow. I also wonder what happened to Mr. Tillett.
Became a cat, apparently.
Good morning, Miss Bateman.
Staniel.
Good day, Stanley.
Did you sleep well, Miss Bateman?
I did not.
Yes, thank you, Stanley.
Splendid. I'm happy to report the rain of yesterday has lifted. It's a clear morning outside. Crisp. I've prepared a room for your assistant. What time will he be arriving?
His train will get in around midday. Kenneth will also be bringing my excavation equipment.
Oh, aye. What does that entail?
Picks,
A shovel?
shovels, buckets, lighting and such. He usually packs it in a large crate. Come to think of it, I'll need somewhere to store it.
You're welcome to use the alley behind the inn for any such bulky items.
Is there anywhere more secure?
Is it safe to do such a thing?
I can assure you the local folk are not thieves, Miss Bateman.
Are they?
That's not what I...
Now,
Are they
now,
vandals?
Say nothing more of it.
Thank you, Stanley.
I'll let you get on with your day.
I'll be back with my assistant when he arrives.
Miss Bateman,
Yes.
Yes?
I've something I wish to get off my chest, as it were. I've been tossing and turning all night, Miss Bateman. I feel rotten, I really do.
What on earth are you talking about?
As you know, I like to run an honest establishment. And well, I have not been honest with you, lass.
Daniel.
I do know of Hobbs Barrow.
You do?
I do. Many here do. There are stories tied to that place, you know. If I've learned anything in this life, it's that some stones are best left unturned. Old Leonard Shoulder is someone to be wary of too. I can't tell you what to do, lass, but you'd best avoid him.
Why lie to me about Hobbs Barrow?
I know, lass, I know. I feel dreadful.
I don't care about that
Why?
part. Why did you
What are
lie?
these stories you speak of?
I really can't tell you more. If you insist on visiting that place, you'll have to seek out Mr. Shoulder. He brought you here. He should be the one to tell you.
You just told me to avoid
I
him.
must say, Mr. Kemp, this is all quite puzzling. I've never let local superstitions stop me in the past. I pride myself on being a woman of logic and reason. I've no time to waste on such matters.
As I say,
We're gonna die at the end of this
seek
game,
out Mr.
aren't we?
Shoulder. He can tell you more.
Why must I be wary of Mr. Shoulder?
The man has a certain reputation.
For what?
You've seen it already. Were he here to meet you last night?
No.
Precisely. A man not to be trusted.
Yeah, but you guys don't trust anybody.
Where does Mr. Shoulder live?
I can't say for sure.
What?
As I think I told you last night, he's a quiet man and keeps to himself. He only comes in here to collect his post. Leads me to believe he lives a fair distance away. Certainly not in the village itself.
Might someone around Bewley be able to help me find him?
You could ask around. As I say, lass, Bewley folk mean well.
Doubt.
Don't forget that.
Citation needed.
Where is Hobbs Barrow?
I don't know. I say that on my mother's grave, Miss Bateman.
I now find that hard to believe.
The moors are vast, lass. I'd tend not to go wandering out there. A grown man could lose himself and not be seen again.
I shall return later.
Good day to you, lass. Oh, if you see Herbert around here, be sure not to feed him.
Herbert?
The
A
cat?
local stray cat. He comes in now and then searching for scraps. I'm sick of cleaning his vomit off the floor.
Quite. I'll be sure not to feed him.
Thank you.
We're gonna feed him so much.
It seems I may be fighting a battle against some sort of local superstition. Is there a single barrow in England that doesn't have some ghastly tale attached to it?
I mean, it is a grave.
Hogwash. All of it. I've a few hours until Kenneth arrives. I should use this time to find Mr. Shoulder.
Okay. Hey, suspicious guy. Do you know where Shoulder is?
Hello. My name is Thomasina, and you are...
Now then, that's none of your concern, love.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
I don't know out about no Leonard Shoulder.
What can you tell me about Hobbs Barrow?
Not to be found digging around in those things.
You know of local barrows, then?
Don't concern yourself.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra.
Okay, everything seems much the same here.
Good day.
Hello, miss.
My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Betty.
Nice to meet you,
Finally,
Betty.
we're getting somewhere.
What are you up to?
My brother is practicing his sword fighting technique.
You need some
I'm
work.
to watch him until he tires himself out.
I'm tireless!
This time last month it were all about his teaspoon collection. This month it's swords.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
Our parents don't like us talking to strangers, miss.
So
We're not
you
strangers.
know of it?
I gave you my name.
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
Hey, Swordmaster.
Hello?
Yes?
Leonard Shoulder.
Do you know a man called Leonard Shoulder?
That's a funny name.
It is.
Have you heard of Hobbs Barrow?
What's that?
A local burial mound.
Our parents don't let us wander far from the village.
How could they stop you?
What's a burial mound?
Don't you mind about that, Douglas.
Douglas. Douglas the duelist. Got it. Okay.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, miss.
Right. The cobbler, maybe?
Quite an ornate construction. This was created with pride and care.
Or we could try maybe the priest might know.
In memory of George Paxton. In memory of Peter Black.
Okay. This is either another puzzle or these are like Kickstarter
In
backers or
memory
something.
of Romeo Hegg, dearly missed by his beloved Juliet.
Alright, so that one's a bit on the nose.
In memory of Percival Roach.
I'm stealing this trowel.
Excuse me, do you think anyone would mind if I borrowed this trowel?
You help yourself, dear. Father Roach won't mind lending it. Just be sure to put it back when you're finished.
Of course, thank you.
Yoink.
It is more blessed to give than to receive.
No, it isn't. I'd rather have a PS5 than give a PS5. What you got here, old woman? Cakes?
A fine assortment of baked goods. A lovely treat for those who enjoy such things.
Depends what's baked into it.
Hello. Good day. Would you like to buy one of these cakes, pet?
I have 0 money.
What kind of cakes do you have?
I have some lovely Bakewell puddings. The sweetest marriage of almond and jam.
Gross.
I can tell you're not from around here, because if you were, you would know about my Bakewell puddings. They are quite famous.
Clearly
Alas,
not,
I'm
if you have to
carrying
be
any money
local.
with me.
That's unfortunate, pet. I'm sorry, I can't give them away for free.
That's not what I was
The money
asking.
goes to the church, you see, and one cannot shirk one's duty to the church.
Oh, where does it say in the Bible you have to
understand.
sell cakes for the church? I think the Catholic Church has enough money, although this is the Church of England, I suppose. They also have enough money. Oops.
Yes, I know Leonard. What business do you have with him?
I have to
It's a
kick
long
him right
story,
up the
but I'm
ass.
trying to find where he lives.
I'm afraid I don't know, dear. Father Roach has access to the parish register. He might be able to help you.
Yes, that's why I was going to him. Where is he?
Where can I find Father Roach?
At this time,
Where can I find
he'll
Papa
be
Roach?
taking his exercise in Herne Wood, to the west of the village.
Thank you. I'll go find him.
Be sure to listen out for his merry whistling. Such a jolly man.
This whistling is going to be evil afterwards, isn't it?
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
Hobbs what?
Hobbs Barrow, a local burial mound.
The only place of burial I know about and care for is in this very churchyard.
Ugh.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah,
God
thanks.
be with you.
Gross. Ah, blacksmith.
Good day.
Yes?
Can you smith me
My name is Thomasina.
a gun or something?
George Crozier. Can I help you?
Do you know a man by the name of Leonard Shoulder?
Oh, aye. Old Leonard.
Have you seen him recently?
No, not recently.
Do you know where he lives?
Why all these questions, lass?
I need to
I
punch him
speak with
directly
him.
in the
He
face.
invited me to Bewley.
Oh, he'll turn up. I've seen him in the plough and furrow from time to time.
Yeah, I can't really
But do you know
wait.
where he
though.
lives? I need to find him.
I believe he lives somewhere out on the moors.
Helpful.
Can't tell you out more than that.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier. Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
Much later. Okay, west of town. Is this west? There you are. Why to zoom in? You okay? You okay, buddy? You alright? You good? Doing a little dance? Blah. Blah. Blah.
Very sorry.
That's fine. What did you eat?
Oh, the shame. This malaise will not pass. Oh, the nausea.
Okay, I'll just ask my questions from here.
Young lady,
Tell me what you need.
let the blood from my arm.
Excuse me?
Got me. I beg you.
I need you to undo my pants and... Do I have an... Can I cut him with a trowel?
The trowel's blade is dull and rusted. I need
Christ.
something that will provide a cleaner cut.
Okay, how about...
Are you sure this is the only way, Father?
I beg you. It's the only cure for this torturous malady.
I doubt that somehow, but okay.
Ouch! The broken lens is extremely sharp.
Ah, there we go.
Ouch! The broken lens is extremely sharp.
That's what I wanted, though. Okay, hang on.
This handkerchief was a gift from my mother. I hope she will understand. This should work.
Okay. Just trying to shank this guy.
Are you sure you want me to do this?
Yes, it will cure me of my ills.
It's gonna give you more ills,
I
but
shall do
alright.
as you ask, Father.
It's another set of glasses.
Thank the Lord for my spare pair. God bless you. I already feel quite better.
No, you don't.
I'm glad, Father.
The rapid healing properties of bloodletting cannot be overstated. I'm Frederick Roach, vicar of St. Edmund's Church.
My name is Thomasina Bateman. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Is it? Not really, but okay. What you doing out here, buddy?
Are you feeling better?
Yes, thank you.
What ails you, Father Roach?
I just ate a rotten berry, that's all. I like to pick blackberries for my supper, you see. They are quite delicious, as long as you mind the bramble.
Did you not
My
mind the bramble this time?
apologies again. I wish we had met in different circumstances.
Are you from Bewley originally?
I was born in our very own St. Edmunds. It's quite the story.
I don't care.
Do tell.
Nah.
My mother was sheltering there as a frightful tempest raged. And lo, did her waters break right there and then in that pew.
Gross.
One could say that you were born into your role, Father.
Indeed. When my mother told me the story as a young boy, I knew that this was my calling.
I'm looking for Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Oh, yes? Are you a relative?
Yes.
No, it's a long story, but he invited me to Bewley.
And he didn't tell you his address?
He was to meet me last night at the Plough and Furrow, but he never came.
I see. Well, let me welcome you to Bewley on his behalf.
Thank you, Father. Do you know where Mr. Shoulder lives?
Let me think. It's been many moons since I've paid him a visit.
Perhaps you could allow me to take a look at the parish register.
No need. I remember it now.
Well,
A
sure
fair
you do.
hike across the moors.
Could you please give me directions?
That way.
I'll take you there myself. It's the least I can do after you aided me so.
Capital.
Alright,
Thank
fair
you.
enough. Let's go.
Just let me know when you're ready to pay him a visit.
Now.
I'll be resting here for the time being.
Yeah? Do we want to go now?
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
I can't say I've heard of it.
It's supposedly a famous local landmark.
I'm afraid I know nothing about it.
I don't think so, but let's go.
I'm ready to go to Mr. Shoulder's house.
Excellent. I feel the fresh air will do me well. Follow me.
Okay, no eating berries along the way, though. Dum-de-dum-dum-dum. A fair hike, is it? Okay, this might take us a minute. This is the church.
Good morning, Father.
Good morning, Mrs. Duplancy. Mrs. Duplancy, this is Thomasina Bateman, a visitor to our parish.
I know, we've met.
We've already had the pleasure of meeting, Father.
Excellent. Miss Bateman, don't hesitate to try one of Mrs. Duplancy's wonderful cakes.
You say so.
Yes, I've heard about her famous Bakewell puddings.
I'll be here all day, young lady. But remember, once they're gone, they're gone.
So you
Those
cook
little
more.
whelps have already gobbled up all the gingerbread.
You are doing God's work, Mrs. Duplancy.
He smiles upon us, Father.
Miss Bateman, if you'd like to follow me.
Red-eyed Crow is back.
Let's talk of graves, of worms, and epitaphs.
Can we just go to the guy's
Make
house?
dust our paper, and with rainy eyes write sorrow on the bosom of the earth. Let's choose executors and talk of wills.
Shakespeare?
Quite. Which play?
I have a fucking clue, man. Come on. It's not Macbeth.
Richard II?
Correct.
Ah.
You are well read, Miss Bateman.
No, I'm not. I guess.
Studying the work of the bard is one of my favorite pastimes.
How about
Follow
studying
me.
the way to the guy's house? The only reason I know it's not Macbeth is because we studied Macbeth for my leaving cert.
Behold, the vast expanse of God's creation.
God's
The moors
wasteland.
extend as far as the mortal eye can see.
No, it doesn't. I can
Beautiful.
see
Is
a
it
mountain over there on the left. The moors are desolate. I mean, the real moors are. These moors, not particularly.
I find them rather desolate.
Really? I disagree. The beauty of God's creation is that it takes so many forms. How can one take in such a view and not have faith?
Quite
Some
easily.
look at these moors and think this a godless land. But I tell you, he is found in all domains. The Lord's work is all about us. Tell me, Miss Bateman, do you believe in God?
Nope.
I was brought up Anglican. The church was an important part of my early life, Father Roach. But what happened to my father eventually made me question things.
If you don't mind me asking, my child, what happened to your father?
He had an accident when I was very young.
Flashback.
Come along now, Thomasina. Let's get out of the rain.
Tiny Cena. Back to the private hospital?
Remember what I told you, all right?
No.
Be a good girl. People are unwell here. They don't want to hear you running about making noise. Understood?
Yes, Mother.
Good. And don't annoy the nurses.
Hang on. You can't get two
Promise
things
I
out of me.
won't.
You can get one of them.
Now, let's see your father.
Has he already had the accidents? Accident? Hello, Daddy. Don't look directly at the camera, Tiny Cena. It's weird.
Daddy, wake up!
Give him a smack.
Daddy is sleeping.
How old is she meant to be here? We don't have any items.
Mummy is crying. Mummy? Mummy?
Good evening, Mr. Bateman. Hello, little one.
What's up?
You must be Thomasina.
Tiny Cena.
Yes.
My name is Nurse Blaketon. I
up?
just need to talk to your mummy for a little bit.
Okay, off you go.
I'm sorry to disturb you, Mrs. Bateman. Mrs. Bateman?
Can't you see I am busy?
Will he ever talk again, Nurse Blaketon?
Doubt.
The doctor is uncertain, Mrs. Bateman. There is the possibility that Mr. Bateman won't regain any movement at all.
Sick.
But we will do our utmost to look after Mr. Bateman here at Ticehurst, ma'am. He will have a nurse by his side at all times.
What about that time I just walked in? There was no nurse there. Slackers. Okay, so paralyzed somehow.
What sort of god would allow this fate to befall such a kind and honest man?
I'm sorry to hear this. God moves in mysterious
Yeah,
ways,
that's your
but
fucking
he
excuse for
loves us
everything.
all. Come along now.
Hello?
Ah, a creepy Moor child.
She scampered off in a hurry. Who was that?
No idea.
Some primitive folk make their home out on the moors. I suggest
It really
you keep
is
your
a-
wits about
it really
you
is a
when you're
Moor
exploring,
child.
And don't stray too far from Bewley.
I see. How much farther to Mr. Shoulder's house?
Still quite a walk, I'm afraid.
Cool, can we stop
We'll get to them
stopping
soon enough.
then?
Now then, take a look at this.
I don't want to see your dick.
Legend has it that this cairn has stood here for over 1,000 years.
Doubt.
How remarkable.
The Devil's Toe.
I beg your pardon?
That's what it's called. The Devil's Toe.
Oh, I see.
Come now, onward.
Hey, wait, no, I want to look at this thing. Fine, I'll be back. Don't go anywhere, Devil's Toe, that's
We
been there for
walked
1,000
and
years.
walked across that vast, featureless landscape.
Stopping every 5 seconds to have a conversation. It took us 7 years to get there. Oh, I have to fit.
All the while, Father Roach was whistling away merrily. Just as I had begun to wonder if we were hopelessly lost, a building emerged from the mist. Mr. Shoulder's cottage.
And you know. He hasn't told you what it is yet.
Here we are, Miss Bateman.
Many hours
Unless my memory
later.
fails me completely, this is Mr. Leonard Shoulder's house.
Thank you for your help, Father Roach.
Okay, now go away.
Now, no need to thank me after your providential assistance today. However, I have something to ask.
I don't want to look at your
Yes?
dick.
Please don't tell Mrs. de Plancy about my little scene in the woods. She will only fret.
Sure,
The
whatever.
poor dear woman has enough on her mind as it is.
I shan't mention it.
Thank you. You'd better see if Mr. Shoulder is in.
Is he one of the chickens?
A sweet little hen, plump and well groomed.
Plump, is it?
A fearsome looking beast.
Knock, knock.
Mr. Shoulder,
Telegram.
is Thomasina Bateman here? I'm here in Bewley as discussed.
Maybe try again. His hearing probably isn't the best at his age. No sign of life?
None. The window is nice and clean. The dwelling is by no means abandoned.
I see there's a glove on the line.
That glove looks familiar. I wonder if it matches the glove I found behind the plough and furrow.
Bet it does.
The gloves are a pair. Does this mean Mr. Shoulder was in the alley last night?
It does. And he
Why
turned
didn't he
Tibbets
come
into a
inside
cat.
to see me? The trousers feel damp.
'Cause he was out in
Freshly
the rain.
hung, or still wet from last night's rain.
The second one.
Mr. Shoulder must have dropped the matching glove last night.
How do you
What was he doing in the alley?
how do you drop a glove if it's
Rather
on?
rude of him not to come inside and see me.
Very.
Slightly damp.
I have a similar one myself. So very warm.
I've no desire to lug a block of wood about the countryside.
Why not? Could come in handy. Right, let's knock again, I guess.
Mr. Shoulder, are you home?
Well,
It appears Mr. Shoulder is not at home. Curses.
Perhaps you could try the handle.
It's locked.
okay. You could jimmy
Perhaps
it
he's
open.
gone for a stroll.
Possibly.
I'd suggest you call back later, my child. I myself must make my way back home. I have some matters to attend to at the church.
Eating more
Shall I
berries.
accompany you back to Bewley?
No, I'm gonna stay here and fuck about for a bit.
No, you go ahead, Father. Thank you.
As you wish. Farewell, Miss Bateman. I hope Mr. Shoulder finds his way to you.
Thank you for your help, Father Roach.
My pleasure.
Papa Roach.
Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Ugh. Feels like it's Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet.
Correct?
Nice.
That I shall say good night till it be morrow. Lord be with you.
Well, Mr. Shoulder, you've brought me to Bewley, and now you're nowhere to be found.
You know, this game is called The Excavation of Hobbs Barrow. We're doing a lot of not excavating Hobbs Barrow.
A carved stone has been affixed to the door. I think it depicts a crescent moon. A carved stone has been affixed to the door.
Can I pull it off?
I think it depicts a crescent moon. It's bolted onto the door itself. I can't remove it.
Fair enough. I suspect it's the same as in the menu. This one. Anyway, matches. Alright, what else we got?
The window is much too high up to reach. This must provide a charming view across the moor.
Can I annoy the chickens?
You're a sweet little thing, aren't you?
Well, you're coming with me. Boo. I bet the rooster won't take kindly to me
He
doing
looks
it.
much too unruly to be picked up.
That's what I thought. Okay. Okay. Should I have gone back with the priest? Probably. Doesn't look like there's much else I can do. Is there anything I can... Okay, let's jam the trowel into the door.
I don't wish to beat my way in.
Damn it. I do. Key?
This key doesn't fit here.
Oh, come on. It's like a country cottage. Of course it does.
As I trudged back to Bewley across those cold moors, I made a new resolution. I would find Hobbs Barrow myself, with or without Mr. Shoulder. The train! That must be Kenneth.
Alright then.
I should go and meet him at the station.
Should I though?
Margaret's Lookout. I wonder who Margaret is, or was.
Or will be. Yep. Okay. Alright, let's make our way to the train, so... Is there something? No. Okay, thought there was something shiny there. Tibbets.
Where is Kenneth? He was supposed to wait for me at the station. Mr. Tillett, where did you go last night?
Have we met?
Last night at the Plough and Furrow.
Oh, Miss Bateman. I were blind drunk last night and woke up with a stinking headache.
You still smell like a brewery.
Sorry.
You went to use the lavatory and never came back, Mr. Tillett. I searched everywhere for you.
I think I remember you bought me a drink. Then it's all a blur. I woke up in my bed this morning with my wife sour at me for waking her at some ungodly hour.
Serves you right.
I found Mr. Shoulder's house, but he wasn't home.
Don't worry. You'll find him.
I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow.
Hobbs Barrow.
It's why Leonard Shoulder invited me to Bewley. He thought I might like to excavate it.
Oh, aye. I heard about a Hobbs Barrow somewhere out there. There's some old stories around it.
What stories?
Can you tell me some?
I can't remember.
Mr. Tillett.
Sure you don't.
Please, this is important.
I'm awfully sorry, Miss Bateman. I'll try to remember.
Of course you will.
If he invited you here, then I'm sure Mr. Shoulder will tell you all about it.
He seems
That's
to
if I
be
ever get to meet
avoiding
him.
me.
I'm sure you will.
Why invite me this
I'm
whole
looking
way?
for my assistant, Kenneth.
Oh, aye.
His train has arrived.
Not a single soul disembarked the last train, Miss Bateman.
Great.
Impossible. Was that not the midday train from London by way of Derby?
Aye, it were. Mr. Price were here, unloaded a few crates.
But no Kenneth.
Not a soul. Hold on. One of them crates had your name on it, Miss Bateman. A great big one it were, with...
A red ribbon.
Aye.
What is Kenneth playing at, sending my equipment but not himself? Curses. Where is my crate now?
Mr. Price took away all the crates on his cart.
Who?
Mr. Price, he's the postmaster.
Where can I find Mr. Price?
He lives above the storeroom, just north of the Plough and Furrow.
All
You'll
right.
see it. There's a Royal Mail plaque on the wall.
Thank you. Farewell for now.
Ta-ra!
Asking him about last night is not going to be helpful. He doesn't remember anything. Or he's going to pretend he does. Okay. Don't kill the bird. Don't kill the bird. Okay, good. Okay, so Tillett is not the cat. This fucking creepy old man is back. What up, creep?
Good day to you, Cyril.
How do, lass?
I found Mr. Shoulder's house today, but he wasn't home.
Why the bleeding hell should I care, lass?
I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow. Do you know where it is?
Mind your own business, lass.
Okay.
You really are quite helpful, aren't you?
Bah.
What are you up to, Cyril?
Keeping an eye on that bleeding railway station. That's what. Thankfully, no one got off the last train.
Yes,
Really
I
hate
know.
that station, don't you?
Oh, I curse Midland Railway for bringing their damn line through Bewley. This is our town, our land. 'Tis no place for outsiders.
How'd they get
So you
permission
keep
then, Cyril?
saying.
Anyway, no more trains today. Almost time to celebrate with an ale, I think.
I could do with one myself.
You paying?
Nope.
No. Goodbye.
Ta-ra, lass.
Cyril, they wouldn't be able to build the train line if somebody didn't give them permission to build it on your land. Suggests it's not your land. Okay, north. This way?
That must be the postmaster's storeroom.
You the postmaster?
Hello,
Good day. I haven't seen you in Bewley before.
I'm just visiting.
Lovely. It's nice to see a new face. We don't get many visitors. My name's Henry. Henry Long.
Okay,
Nice
you
to meet
are
you,
not
Henry.
the postmaster.
Thomasina Bateman.
Wonderful. What a treat.
Okay.
I'm looking for Mr. Price, the postmaster.
Oh, Mr. Price, my lovely neighbour. I'm afraid you've just missed him.
Curses.
I saw him wheeling a large crate into his storeroom just there.
It must be mine. I really need it.
Have a look through the window to see if it's yours.
Where did Mr. Price go?
I don't know. The man were in a hurry. I know he has family in Bakewell.
That's miles away.
No, by horse.
Sorry.
He must be a few miles down the road by now.
Right.
Curses.
Okay, well, we're breaking in, so...
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
Aye, funny old fellow. I hear he lives way out on the moors somewhere.
He
Have you
does.
seen him recently?
No, not for a long while now that you mention it. Why do you ask?
It's a long
I
story,
need to punch
but
him
I
in
was
the
to
face.
meet him in Bewley. He invited me here.
Well, I must thank him when I see him for inviting such an enchanting young woman.
You flatter me, Mr.
Step
Long.
away, Mr. Long.
I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow.
One of those old burial hills.
Yes. Do you know where it is?
Nope.
Believe it or not, I haven't set foot on the moors since I were a child.
I can believe
Why
it.
is that?
I have a feeling you
All
haven't
I need
left
right
the
here
confines
is
of
you.
this fall.
And we're all truly blessed with the railway station, which brings us lovely new faces.
Cyril doesn't feel the same way.
Your opinion of the railway station differs widely from your fellow townsfolk, Mr. Long. I've not met anyone particularly keen on it.
That railway line is the start of a new era for Bewley. Mark my words. There's much to protect here, but we need new blood. I hope
Yes,
that some of
otherwise
you visitors
you'll
will
all be
actually stay
inbred.
here permanently.
Why is that?
So I have new friends to talk to.
What about your old friends?
Some people here don't want any new friends. Cyril Farnaby, is the worst offender.
I've had the pleasure of meeting Cyril. He really dislikes the railway station.
Absolutely miserable he is. I've tried to convince him many times that the station will help Bewley. He just doesn't understand.
I met him last night.
Oh, I'm
in
sure
the
he does
Crown
understand.
Furrow.
He just doesn't care.
Aye, the scene of our many
He knows he'll be dead
debates.
soon, and he'd rather
Aye.
progress not
I
happen
could
while
go
he's
for
still
an ale
alive.
right now, actually.
Well, don't let me stop you.
Can I buy you a drink?
Really?
What? No.
Wait, do you think Mr. Kemp will let me open a tab?
Perhaps. You could always ask him. I shouldn't leave anyway.
I'm not allowed to
Mr.
leave.
Price is relying on me to keep watch of his storeroom.
Goodbye.
Don't be a stranger.
I did not say I wanted to buy him a drink. That's the one.
There's my crate. Kenneth always ties a red ribbon to it. I can see an envelope tucked behind the ribbon. Perhaps it can help explain Kenneth's absence.
He's dead.
I'm going to have to get in there.
Or temporarily a dog, possibly. Hey, Long, how about that drink, old buddy, old pal?
Hello.
Good day.
When will Mr. Price be back?
He didn't say.
Great.
Could be tonight, could be a few days.
How infuriating.
I told him I'd keep watch of his storeroom, and I'm a man of my word, Miss Bateman. I shall not budge from this spot.
We'll see about that.
You seem in a good mood, Mr. Long.
It's just lovely to see a new face. Where are you from, Miss Bateman?
London.
Originally a small town on the outskirts of Derby, Mr. Long, though I currently reside in London.
London? I've never met anyone from London. How very exciting. Have you lived there a long time?
Yes,
It's been quite a
4,000
few years now, yes.
I've heard that the air there is so heavy with smoke, it makes it hard to breathe. Is that true?
Some
Yes.
days.
Oh, you must miss the fresh northern air.
Not
Well,
really,
you've
no.
got that in Bewley.
I can smell
No
the cows from
factories
here.
out here. Such things are a blight.
No
on
civilization
his
out
creation.
here. But the
I
train
was born
station
in
is
this very
fine.
home I stand in front of. Bewley is in my blood.
Have you
Why
ever
would
left
I ever want to leave?
the confines
Especially now
of
after
your
meeting
house?
You folk, thanks to the railway line.
Goodbye.
Don't be a stranger.
I'm out of here.
Royal Mail, Postmaster's Residence. This must be the local post office.
The postmaster isn't home.
I know.
But my crate is in there.
You'll have to wait for Mr. Price to get back.
Perhaps I can set it on fire.
No, that won't achieve anything useful.
I don't know. It's a wooden door. We could do it. Alright, well, gotta figure out a way to get Long to leave. He has his own door.
The man is standing right there.
So?
This house looks pleasant.
Okay. What does our to-do pile tell us to do? Explore Bewley. Okay. Locate Hobbs Barrow. Right. Find a way to the postmaster's storeroom. My crate is inside. How can I get in there without attracting too much attention? The shoulder's nowhere to be seen. It's time to find Hobbs Barrow myself. Canada has not arrived, leaving me without funds. I should convince Stanley to allow me to open tab. Alright, well, we're right here for that, so... let's try to do that. Stanley! Old buddy, old pal.
I'm sorry to ask this, Mr. Kemp, but could I please open a tab?
Still not in your purse?
I'm afraid not. My assistant hasn't arrived as planned, so I find myself in a bind. He must have put the money in my crate, which is currently being held in Mr. Price's storeroom.
Well, as you know, I run an honest establishment here, and I do trust you. So yes, I'll open an account for you.
Sick.
To be settled at the end of your stay.
Sick.
Of course. Thank you, Mr. Kemp.
Now then, I'll be needing something of value as a deposit.
I thought you said you trusted me.
Aye, it's not personal, lass. One can never be too cautious.
Okay. Do I have anything of value?
My assistant has not arrived as planned.
Oh, is everything all right?
I'm not entirely sure.
Am I to keep a room for him just in case?
I don't think so,
If you could hold it for one more night, Mr. Kemp.
As you wish.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
Right, do I have anything worth? I do not. Okay, well, I'll have to come up with something of value before we can open a tab. Guess we can continue exploring. There's cobblers.
No one here.
Okay, not into the cobblers.
I don't think anyone is home.
We could try actually in the church.
Unfortunately, I don't think the cakes are free.
I misclicked. Oh, this
Goodness
could be...
me, look at these box pews. I've never seen any as tall as that before. Most unusual architecture, even for the Normans.
Is this silver? Could I give him that?
Someone has left a necklace hanging here. A silver cross. Sterling by the look of it.
Ah, sterling silver. That's not worth
Maybe I
much.
can reunite it with its owner. The pews are contained within compartments that can be locked. I've seen a similar design in other Norman churches around England, but this is a particularly impressive example.
Lock them in. That's a safety hazard.
I've no time for such things.
Just go see if there's a gold chalice or something. We could use that as collateral.
This must be where the local vicar sacrifices the newborns. Stained glass depictions of various biblical scenes. It's not my specialist area. A memorial list of former vicars. They stretch back several hundred years. Those have seen better days. Extraordinary craftsmanship. I can admire the craftsmanship from afar.
No, get up there. Get up there and look. Okay. That's it for the church. We got a necklace. Or a rosary, potentially. Does it have initials or something on it?
I think this might be genuine sterling silver.
It's not worth much, though. Although, hang on. Victorian time? It might be.
It's locked.
Okay, the blacksmith might know something about it. Potentially it was made here?
Is this yours?
No, not mine.
Is it your work? Betty?
Is this yours?
Oh, that's beautiful. I'd never be allowed such a pretty thing.
I suppose you'd know who would be allowed? Okay. I think the old woman is the only other person we know.
Excuse me? I found this necklace inside the church. Is it yours?
No, pet. Perhaps someone left it behind yesterday. You keep hold of it for now. I'll ask around at the next service.
Are you sure?
I trust you.
Okay then. I wouldn't trust me. Okay, where have I not been? Oh yeah, Devil's Toe. Let's go back there.
The Devil's Toe, a local landmark. What a peculiar name, the Devil's Toe. I can't quite see the resemblance myself.
Maybe it didn't always look like this.
I don't wish to dig it up.
I do. God damn it. Right, nothing else to do there. Childers Cottage, the woods. Okay, there's apparently 3 other places we haven't been, so... Let's go to the woods again. Okay, we can go that way. Go further into the woods. The vomit gone? The vomit is gone.
I've no desire to go rooting about in there.
Oh no, we might find a rabbit.
No doubt home to many a woodland creature.
Rabbit or a badger.
I shall see you later this evening, gents. Well, I say. Greetings, my dear.
Back away.
Hello, sir.
A pause on your beauty, for I shall see you again soon.
Wait! Some nerve.
Lady, you're blushing.
I most certainly am not.
Alright, lads.
The men look like they've spent many a long day exposed to the harsh moorland weather.
Sorry, lass. No way through here today.
Says who?
Lord Panswick. Now get back before you find yourself under a falling tree.
Who is Lord Panswick?
Our governor.
He's the governor of the whole town.
All right, Owen, back to work now.
He lives in Bewley.
Aye, not far away. But his lordship doesn't like questions. Or visitors.
Tough.
Now please leave us to our work.
He's a servant of the people.
Tell me, who was that arrogant man here just now?
Lord Panswick?
Just someone passing by.
It sounded like you knew him better than that.
I don't mean to be disrespectful, but that's none of your business.
That seems to be the town motto. None of your business.
Do you know where I can find a place called Hobbs Barrow?
Never heard of it.
Lies.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
No, I don't.
Lies.
Can you let me get back to my work now?
You weren't doing anything when I got here.
What are you doing here?
What does it look like I'm doing? We're chopping down trees.
It looks like these
There is
two
no
are
need to
chopping
be
down trees.
sarcastic.
We're employed by Lord Panswick. He's ordered us to gather logs from his woods. That's what we're doing.
Why are you gathering logs for Lord Panswick?
By heck, you ask a lot of questions. If you must know, his lordship is repairing an old ruin on his land. We need the timber for the restoration work.
How intriguing. What type of ruin is Lord Panswick restoring?
An old chapel.
I should rather like to see it.
Not possible. His lordship does not welcome visitors to his estate.
Tough.
And these are his woods?
Aye. His lordship owns most of the lands around these parts.
Thanks for your time.
We'll be done by tomorrow morning. Come back then if you want to explore the woods.
Alright, well, we'll be back there soon. See, he's not doing it. The other two guys are doing something. He's doing fuck all. Alright, so I guess we're not going there. Right, let's try going this way. Hello, crazy child.
Good day, little one. What's your name?
Wally took Myrtle.
Pardon?
He took her and ran off. I hate him.
Me too.
Is Myrtle one of your dolls?
Yes, my favourite. Mummy made her for me. She's so beautiful. Wally is the worst brother in the whole world.
I know, I hate Wally. Such a dick.
I'm sorry to hear that. What is your name, little one?
Jane.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Jane. My name is Thomasina. Your dolls look lovely, Jane.
Thank you, miss. I love them very much.
I just saw them in the background
now.
now.
Birthday.
Why did your brother take Myrtle away?
He's just jealous because Daddy is letting me come with him to the market tomorrow. Wally thinks I'm Daddy's favourite, so he took Myrtle from me. What if he rips her to tatters? What if he feeds her to Mr. Bryden's goat?
Don't worry, Jane. I'm
Well,
sure
the goat
he
will
wouldn't
choke
do
on
such
it,
a thing.
probably.
Where did your brother go?
I don't know. Home, maybe. But
Where's
I have
home?
to wait here for Myrtle's friends to dry out.
Where do you live?
Our home is on the other side of the village, miss. Maybe Wally went back there.
Maybe.
Or maybe he's left her out on the moors. Poor Myrtle. I'm going to kick him so hard.
I'll kick him if I see him first.
This is a lovely little beck.
It's where we get our water, miss. It's good for drinking and cleaning.
Do you know an old man called Leonard Shoulder?
No, miss.
Have you heard of a place called Hobbs Barrow?
I have, yes.
You have?
We aren't supposed to talk about it.
Why not?
Would you like to go there?
I would.
Yes, I would very much like to.
I'll tell you where it is if you find Myrtle for me.
Shit, okay.
You will?
Yes! But don't tell anyone about it or I'll be told off.
I promise.
Please find Myrtle first. I miss her.
I will. Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
Alright, we gotta find a tiny doll.
I do enjoy the charm of a babbling beck. Remarkable. A gargantuan fossilised ammonite. This would look fantastic on my mantelpiece.
Can I have it?
Hey! Stay away from that! It's bad luck to touch the Ammon's horn. I'm serious.
Super cereal, you guys!
Fine.
Okay. Let's go find Myrtle. I were an annoying tiny boy who ran off with a girl's doll. Where would I go? She thinks he's gone home, which means the other side of the village. There he is. Little shit. Hey, little shit.
Hello there. My name's Thomasina.
Yeah?
What's yours?
Wally?
I know. Give me the doll, Wally. No one has to get hurt.
Jane tells me you've taken Myrtle away.
And what if I did?
That's a bit mean, don't you think?
She kicked me! Look at this bruise on my leg!
I feel like you deserved it, Wally.
That does look quite bad. Why did she kick you?
Because she's a little goblin. You don't know what she can be like. Besides, Myrtle is gone now. I've given her to the fair folk. I'll teach her.
Who are the fair folk?
Come
The
on,
little
the more
of the
people.
moors. I gave Myrtle to them.
Little people? You don't mean fairies, do you?
We call them fair folk round here.
Wally, there is no such thing as fairies.
It's two, and I gave him a doll.
Where can I find these fair folk?
Follow the tinkle of their tiny bells. I hear 'em when the wind dies. They dance around their little house.
But where is this little house?
Just listen for the bells, you'll find it. Don't
Not
think about bringing
sound
that
puzzles.
door back. That'll just bring bad luck for all of us.
Well, that's your problem now, Wally.
Goodbye. The road disappears over the horizon. I see nothing but moorland.
Okay, we can't go that way. Devil's foot? Toe? Whatever. Ah. Back here. Where else can I go then? Is there another exit from here?
Sweet little flowers. The delicate flowers smell rather sweet.
Okay, how do I get out to the moors? Jane has promised to tell me the location of Hobbs Barrow if I can locate Myrtle, her stolen rag doll. Wally says he gave the doll to the fair folk. This does not help me. Okay, we'll try the church. I'll try going this way? Well, there's a fairy circle.
I'm not sure if these are poisonous or edible. It looks like something has been buried in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. I made a terrible mistake.
Thomasina!
Tiny
don't stop
Sina.
leaving your toys lying about the place.
Never.
What happened the last time you left your dolly under the tree?
A fox ate it, madame.
Delicious.
Yes, it did.
And then it died.
Fix it now, won't you? Then I'll fix your supper.
Yes, madame.
Well, where is it?
Hello, fairies. It's the gateway to the fairy kingdom. Hello.
Don't laugh at the bubes.
There you are, Josephine. I won't let the foxes eat you.
Well, they can't. You killed them all by leaving out poisonous dolls.
Who's that you have
Slap.
there, little bird?
Josephine, she introduced me to the fairies.
Oh, fairies, you say?
Yes, Daddy.
Do you believe in fairies?
Of course.
No,
Do
you
see
don't.
those
You
mushrooms over
stupid
there?
child.
Yes.
That's a gateway to their kingdom. That's where Josephine and I go to talk to the fairies.
Now, listen to me, Thomasina.
Yes?
You're old enough now to hear this. There's no such thing as fairies or talking dolls, my little bird.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, my dear child. I do not wish to upset you. I just want to make sure that you understand the difference between fantasy and reality. Josephine is just a doll, and fairies do not exist.
But, Daddy...
But that's boring.
Science is the great antidote to the poison of enthusiasm and superstition. Please always remember that.
It's
If you
also a
hear
massive
anything
buzzkill.
about
Science
fairies
is the
or like
buzzkill
again,
of fun.
Know that it's hogwash. What is it?
Wash for hogs.
hogwash. Did Wally bury the doll, I wonder?
Or is it something else? It's a skull. Gross.
This must be Jane's ragdoll.
Can I take the pin?
Perhaps these wriggling worms are the fair folk young Wally was so fearful of.
Well, it's done.
How strange. There is a hairpin pierced through the arm. This may come in handy. I'll keep it. At least I shall not return from Bewley empty-handed.
Yes, I came all the way out here, spent a fortune in shillings.
The moors stretch into the distance. I don't wish to wander aimlessly.
Why not? I want to. Alright,
I present to you Myrtle.
Myrtle! I missed you so much.
Alright, now, make with the Hobbs Barrow.
Now, I believe we had a deal.
Hide and seek.
No. No.
Come back! It's in moments like these I thank myself for not having children.
Same. I can steal her other dolls, I suppose, while I'm here.
They aren't mine to take.
But just take them.
A sharp hairpin. Could be useful.
For stabbing children who renege on their deals.
Hey!
But we can't go that way, the woods are blocked off or something. Where are we going, tiny child?
Jane?
You better
Jane,
be eaten by a
get
badger.
out of there.
Don't make me come in after you.
Don't make me come in. Fine.
Because I don't want to.
Curses. The hole is too small for me to fit through.
Okay. Are you sure?
I was always happiest with a trowel in my hand, uncovering hidden worlds within the earth itself, clod by clod. That should do it.
I'm gonna get you, you little shit.
Jane!
Darkness.
Jane? It's pitch black down there. Jane, come out this instant.
Are you dead?
I can't see a damned thing in here. I need a light source.
Okay. A match isn't gonna last very long. Dead child. Great. That was
Curses.
super useful.
The useless thing blew out.
Okay. We have to find another light source. Alright, well. I'll figure that out at some point. Maybe Stanley has replaced a candle in our room. Hey Stanley, you don't happen to have a lantern or something, do you? It's not a choice.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
No, he did not.
The candle has melted. It's not much use anymore. Perhaps Mr. Kemp will replace it this evening. I've stored my case in there. A box within a box.
Okay. Okay, a light source. I assume to get to Hobbs Barrow we need to, like, get the kid out of the burrow.
I don't don't think anyone is home.
Okay. What if we ask Wally, hey, your sister's stuck down a badger hole. Why don't you go over there and annoy her? And while you're doing it, do you have a lantern? Victorian England, so they're not going to have a torch or a flashlight or anything.
Goodbye.
Is there a shortcut to the postmaster? No. Okay, is there an exit past here? No. Blacksmith?
Good day.
Yes?
Oh, he has a lantern there.
Mr. Crozier, might I borrow your lantern?
Sorry, lass. I need it. My eyesight is not what it used to be. The extra light helps me see what I'm hammering.
I understand. What can you tell me of Lord Panswick?
His lordship commands much respect around here, lass. Keeps me busy with work. Why do you ask?
Just curious.
He sounds like a dick.
Do you know of a local landmark named Hobbs Barrow?
There's a fair many barrows found out on the moors, lass. Too many to put a name to. Not a soul in Bewley pays them any mind.
How is business faring?
I do an honest trade. There'll always be horses needing shoes and farmers needing tools. You let me know if you need out made or mended. I'll do you a fair price.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier. Are you a Bewley native, Mr. Crozier?
Aye, born and bred. That's where my father's forge before mine.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
We don't get many visitors here, outside of market days. But there's plenty of work for the village blacksmith. Where
always
are you
is.
from, then?
I arrived yesterday on the train from London, by way of Derby.
Oh, aye. I've heard about London.
What have you heard?
Plenty of factories there.
Yes, indeed. The city is always changing and moving forward.
Too busy for me, though, lass. I prefer a quieter pace. Aye.
When do market days run in Bewley?
Tomorrow?
Once or twice a month. The next one is tomorrow.
How delightful.
Unless your vice is cabbages, there'll be naught to interest a young lady.
I don't mind a cabbage.
Then you're in luck.
Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
Okay, time to just steal his lantern.
I have one just like this.
I do? That's a bug.
A fantastic specimen. Alas, it is not mine to take.
It is, though. Everything is. You're the main character of this video game. Where have we not been?
The bucket is rusty and full of holes. This must belong to someone. I should leave it alone.
You just take things. If you were Guybrush Threepwood, you would take everything.
A small plaque beside the door reads Vicarage.
Ah, 'tis himself.
I don't think anyone is home. I have nothing else to ask for the time being.
I have exhausted your dialogue. I don't know. Let's start from the beginning, I guess.
About last night. What were you going to tell me about Leonard Shoulder?
Who?
Leonard Shoulder. You told me you knew him. And promised to tell me more if I bought you a drink. Which I did. So what were you going to tell me?
I don't really know the old bugger.
Helpful.
But you said you did.
Yeah, because I wanted a drink.
Oh, aye. No, I know naught about him. No, naught about Leonard Shoulder.
Uh-huh.
You're hiding something, Mr. Tillett. I don't believe you.
I say a lot of things when I've got the drink in me. I probably just wanted you to buy me an ale.
A likely story.
Look, what would I gain from lying to you? I just wanted another drink.
Even if that's the case, it doesn't explain your disappearance.
I don't remember out.
How's your headache faring?
It feels like a steam engine is driving full pelt in a circle around me skull.
Be sure to drink plenty of water, Mr. Tillett.
Aye.
Ugh, gross.
I'll survive.
So, you work here?
Aye. Bewley Station Master at your service. Would you like to buy a ticket?
I would not.
Not just yet, thank you. I understand that some of the locals are not too happy about this new station.
Aye. I'd go as far as saying the whole village.
How long has the station been open for?
About 3 months. We're on the Midland Railway line. This employment's been a saviour for me. If I weren't stood here, I'd be drinking my life away at the pub right now. It's worth the occasional withering look from Cyril and the rest of them.
What does a station master do?
A bit of this and a bit of that. I don't wish to bore you with such things.
Good.
As you wish.
My responsibilities here keep me on the straight and narrow, I'll tell you that much. A sense of duty can do wonders for a lost soul.
Indeed. This must be a rather lonesome post to occupy.
Trains pass through here more regularly than you might think, lass.
What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
Oh, you've heard of his lordship, then?
Yes. Do you know him?
Aye. He comes into the village from time to time, gives sweets to the children, hires young men to work his land. He's well liked around here.
I sense some hesitation, Mr. Tillett.
Well, we kind of have an unspoken agreement with his lordship. He looks after us, provided we leave him alone.
I don't follow.
He likes his privacy.
Some people do.
No one is allowed to visit him.
Do you mean to say that he's a bit eccentric?
No. I've heard people got fired
No,
at
he's
when
crazy.
approaching his manor uninvited.
Good grief. But is this true?
Well, I won't be the one to find out.
About last night. You really don't remember where you went last night?
As I say, it's all a blur. I remember needing a piss. Then nothing. Well, you must have missed me. when I came out.
Piss-induced amnesia.
I did not. I even went to the gents' toilets to find you.
Oh, aye. A sight for sore eyes.
It was. I checked everywhere, and you were nowhere to be found. The back door leading to the alleyway was blocked from the outside.
Oh, aye.
Yes. You must have exited through that door, Mr. Tillett.
But you just said it were blocked.
Yes, because you blocked us.
There must be an explanation.
My mind is drawn a blank.
I'm shocked.
Why was the door blocked? Did you block it?
I told you I don't remember. I've naught to say 'cause I remember naught.
Farewell for now.
Ta-ra.
Alright, well, we've exhausted his dialogue, and there's no further to go.
Mr. Tillett is right there.
Is there anything further this way? No. Hey, Cyril, you don't happen to have a lantern on you?
Good day to you, Cyril.
I'll do, lass.
What do you make of Henry Long?
An idiot who thinks that station's a good idea. Can you imagine? Strangers pouring into Bewley. Turns the stomach, that does.
Maybe he has a point. You could travel.
Bah! You're an outsider. I'd expect you to have such a bad opinion. But Henry, he's a Bewley lad. We've had the odd Barney or two in the pub over it all.
I can imagine. Can I buy you a drink, Cyril?
Now?
Oh, wait. I don't have any money.
Well, I'm not buying you a drink.
Oh, fuck you,
Please?
You must think I'm daft.
Cyril. I do.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra, lass.
Okay. Let's start knocking on doors.
I don't think anyone is home.
Where does this go? Right. anything I could set on fire? Not really. Cyril. Maybe I can stab George.
I don't wish to give that away.
I don't want you to give it to him. Well, not handle first, anyway. Hey, old woman.
Hello. Good day.
Tell me about yourself, Mrs. Duplancy.
About me? What would you possibly want to know about me?
Nothing, but I don't know where to do next.
St. Edmund's Church my whole life. I always want to help where I can, so I sell my baked goods, and all the proceeds go to its upkeep. This place means so much to me.
What do you know about Lord Panswick?
Wretched man. They say he is restoring a chapel near his manor, but for whom and to what god, I ask?
Is he a man of faith?
I've barely seen him set foot in St. Edmund's. It doesn't stop him from acting as our god-given ruler. Stay away from him, pet.
That's English
Don't
lordships
get yourself
for you.
tangled up in local affairs.
I'm trying not to, but you're making it difficult.
Certainly don't intend to. Are you sure you don't know where Hobbs Barrow is?
Hobbs what?
Never mind. Thank you for your time.
Lord be with you.
Okay, maybe the axe guys have something I can do.
My name is Thomasina Bateman.
Oh, aye. You're not from round here, Thomasina Bateman.
Correct.
No, just visiting. What is your name, sir?
Horace.
Are you in charge here?
I am indeed.
Thanks for your time.
We'll be done by tomorrow morning. Come back then if you want to explore the woods.
Okay, not much to be done here.
Lass, as I told you,
Let me out.
there's no way down the path today.
Could just go past him.
Jane! Jane? Jane? Jane?
Jason.
Jane?
Jason.
Jane?
Okay, where have we not been? This goes to the church. This goes here. I can touch this now.
I can't pry the fossil from the rock with my bare hands. The trowel is too blunt to chip away at the rock. The hairpin isn't strong enough to remove the fossil. No, that won't work.
Sigh.
Good day.
Hello, miss.
What do you know about Lord Panswick?
Not a lot. I know he's in charge around here.
Does he come to the village often?
Not really. He has a manor out on the moors.
Have you ever been there?
Heavens, no. Villagers aren't allowed there.
Why not?
Dunno. It's just the way it is.
you sure you know nothing of Hobbs Barrow? I really must find it.
I'm sure.
Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
Okay. Maybe we can give him the necklace as collateral?
How can I open a tab again?
Leave me an item of value as a deposit. I'll give it back to you at the end of your stay, when it will be time to pay the piper.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
Will you accept this silver cross pendant as a deposit?
Can I take a closer look at it? Aye, silver. That'll do.
Thank you, Mr. Kemp.
Can I get you something to drink?
Sure.
A tankard of your finest ale, Mr. Kemp.
There we are. That's 2 pence on your account.
Thank you. Most agreeable.
Okay, did that help at all? It's just that I can buy people drinks now, that's about it. Jane is hiding in what appears to be an underground cave system. I need a light source to investigate further. My crate is inside. How can I get in there without attracting too much attention? Okay, so maybe I can... I don't know. Get Henry smashed?
Hello.
Good day.
Can I buy you a drink, Henry?
Really?
Really? We can talk more at the inn.
But I told Mr. Price I'd keep watch of his storeroom.
Doors have locks for this very reason.
You're right. One drink won't take long. I shall take you up on your offer, Miss Bateman.
Let us make our way.
And then... Oh wait, I did this in the wrong order, didn't I?
The rocket weren't Stevenson's only design,
Okay,
you know.
I think I need to
Before
bring
that, there were
Cyril
the
here.
Blucher and the
He'll
locomotion.
probably
But
stay,
my favourite
and
would have
then
to be
bring
the
Henry, and
Lancashire
they'll
Witch.
get into a fight.
I believe he built that in 1828. In Newcastle, of course. Well,
bet.
that's me. I better be off.
Wait!
Ta-ra, Miss Bateman.
I couldn't even get a word in.
He likes a good chinwag, our Henry.
He certainly does.
Okay, let's try it this way. I'm gonna be fucking... gonna be sloshed after all this drinking. Okay, we invite Cyril first. Cyril might stay. Because he doesn't have to look at the trains anymore. Not that he has to look at them at all, but...
Good day to you, Cyril.
I'll do, lass.
Can I buy you a drink, Cyril?
Now?
Yes.
Go on then, lass.
Follow me.
So then he turns around and says, "Why is a dog like a tree?"
Something
And
about
I
bark.
says, "I don't know." And he says, "Because they both lose their bark once they're dead."
Gross.
Very droll, Cyril. Well, it's been a pleasure, but I must be off.
Aye, lass. Ta for the drink. You're not too bad for an outsider.
Okay. So Cyril's there now. So if we... get Henry to come over.
Hello.
Good day.
Want a drink
Can
again?
I buy you another drink?
I suppose one more ale won't hurt. I shall take you up on your offer, Miss Bateman.
Let us make our way.
To think, if that station hadn't been built, we would never have met. Blessed be the Midland Railway.
Idiot! That station is the worst decision this village has ever made!
Cyril Farnaby, a miserable man, with miserable ideas. I will change your mind even if it kills me.
Excellent. Alright, they're busy dealing with each other. Okay, they're having the argument. Grant. Out we go. He's not looking after the postmaster's office anymore. Is it locked?
Locked, as expected.
Son of a bitch.
I need to get inside without attracting too much attention.
Can I pick the lock? Is that a thing? Do you know how to do that?
Kenneth taught me this useful trick.
Of course he did.
A hairpin is much more than a hair accessory. A few wiggles and this lock should spring right open.
Did it work?
Snapped the hairpin in the process, but I managed to unlock the door.
I thought you were going to say she just snapped it and that's it.
Let's open this envelope.
Hey, Saz,
There's
I'm
a
dead.
note inside.
Miss Bateman, I beg for your forgiveness. Matter of grave urgency has arisen in London, and I cannot join you in Bewley. I've packed your usual equipment and pray you will find local assistance in my absence. I look forward to seeing you upon your return. Yours faithfully, Kenneth Murdoch.
How very frustrating. I wonder what happened. I'd better get this to the alley before Mr. Long comes back.
How?
Moving a fully laden crate through the village square was no easy task. Somehow, no one was there to witness it. But I didn't give up, because I never give up, do I, Mother? I am as stubborn as my father, as you liked to remind me.
Okay, we did it.
Wait. Where is my money? It's not in here.
Great.
Kenneth, you absolute liability of a man. It looks like everything else is in here. Picks, specimen trays, shovels. Oh, my chisel, I'll take that. Ah, my lantern. It feels light. There mustn't be any oil inside.
Right.
I'll leave the rest in the crate. Stanley assured me things would be safe here. No money and no assistant. This is most inconvenient. Still, I've been in worse situations. I've got a tab at the inn for now. I'll worry about money later. I must find that Barrow and get on with the excavation.
Okay. Shouldn't we close the lid?
It's my crate of excavation tools.
Okay, so we have a chisel and we have an empty lantern. Perhaps George will spot us some oil for it.
Good day.
Yes?
I was wondering if you might be able to spare some lantern oil.
I don't have much to spare, lass. Paraffin is as rare as hen's teeth in these parts. How much coin do you have?
None, I'm afraid.
If you're in a bind, I can trade you a small amount.
A trade, you say?
Aye.
What can I trade you for some lantern oil?
Surprise me.
Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
How about a fossil?
Splendid. I've managed to extract it in one piece.
That's impressive. This way? Okay. How would you like a fossil? Even though you already have one.
Would you trade some of your paraffin for this fossilized ammonite, Mr. Crozier?
Now then, 'tis a beauty that. It looks familiar.
Yes.
I'll take it off your hands.
Wonderful.
Let me fetch some paraffin from inside. There you are.
Sick.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier.
Alright, now we can go into the hole.
I should fill the lantern with paraffin before I go in there. Fumbling in the dark may cause me to spill the oil.
Fair enough.
My lantern is fueled and ready for action.
I'm sure we won't run out of paraffin at a
Right,
very important
let's
moment.
put this lantern to good use.
Hey Jane, you dead? Oh, creepy music. Creepy sound effects, anyway. Jane.
Jane, come out at once.
It's not Jane. It's a badger!
Goodness me.
Hey, what's up? I'm out. Jane, how'd you get past me?
Jane!
Silly, what are you doing in that smelly old badger's hole?
You were in there.
No, I weren't.
Yes, you were.
Not true. I was hiding behind that tree over there. I got bored of waiting for you.
So where can I find Hobbs Barrow?
Go north from the church graveyard, up the hill. You'll see some muddy fields on the horizon. That's Mr. Bryden's farm. Hobbs Barrow is there. Don't tell any grown-ups I told you. And thanks for getting Myrtle back.
My pleasure. Thank you, Jane. You've been a great help.
Okay, so did we hallucinate her giggling from the hole, or was she actually back at like a tree back here somewhere and we just mistook it for the hole? Okay, church. Okay, muddy fields. I don't see any. Crow's back.
As I trudged through the barren moors, with only the odd sheep for company, I reflected upon my visit to Bewley thus far. The enigmatic Mr. Shoulder and his puzzling disappearance. The townsfolk of Bewley, who had made it as difficult as they could for me to find Hobbs Barrow. The suspicion, the wariness in their eyes. Only now I know it was actually fear. In the end, it was the innocence of a child, young Jane, that condemned me to my fate.
Condemned, is it? Excellent. What's up?
What do you want?
Barrow.
My name is Thomasina Bateman. Mr. Bryden, I presume.
Aye. What do you want, lass?
I understand Hobbs Barrow is located on your land.
Oh, well, yes. Why do you ask?
I am an antiquarian, Mr. Bryden. I'm writing a volume on the Barrows of England.
Oh, I suppose you'll be wanting to dig about it.
Correct.
If at all possible, Mr. Bryden. I was invited to Bewley by Mr. Leonard Shoulder, who told me such an excavation would be possible.
Leonard Shoulder? Ha! I haven't seen him in years. The last I heard he were on death's door.
Great.
There's to be no more digging there, lass. Not since it went so badly last time.
Oh.
Was there a previous excavation of Hobbs Barrow?
Aye. Me brother dug it up. Must have been, 25 years ago. You see, whatever he found inside, well, it drove him mad.
Oh?
Aye. I moved back here to look after him. Poor bastard hanged himself not long after.
Oof.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bryden. That's terrible.
Aye. Time passes, but it were an awful thing.
Who else was involved in the excavation?
2 others, I believe.
Was one of them
Outsiders,
Shoulder?
perhaps. I can't say for sure. I think they left town pretty swiftly afterwards.
I bet.
I lived in Bakewell at the time. I only moved back here to look after Samuel. I took over the farm when he passed away.
I see.
What do you farm here? There's not a whole lot
What can
going
you tell
on.
me about your farm?
Samuel's fair to side. We're a fortunate family. The soil is fertile here. Crops grow without too much trouble.
Not
the other
too many of them
farmers around
there.
here raise livestock. Even Lord Panswick. We grow feed for him.
Most fortunate, Mr. Bryden.
Okay.
What did your brother find?
Samuel. Samuel were his name.
I know.
Sorry, what did Samuel find in the barrow?
I don't know. But something went wrong. Afterward, he could barely speak. You couldn't make out a word like.
That must have been hard.
He lost a hand in that excavation too, you know.
Jesus.
Goodness me, how?
I try hard not to speculate on what might have happened, lass.
Alright, sure.
I'd see him disappear into that barrow, dragging timber in with him. You'd hear him hammering away for hours. I offered him help, but he'd have none of it. Soon enough, he blocked the entrance off. To look at it now, you'd never know the thing we dug up. The land has reclaimed it.
Okay.
You haven't seen Mr. Shoulder for some time?
I hear about him now and then, but it must be a good few years since I set eyes on him.
He hasn't been here to visit Hobbs Barrow?
Not to my knowledge. I heard he's beset by ailments. Don't leave his home often.
How odd.
Great.
I assumed he'd spoken to you about my visit.
Not at all.
Great.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Bryden.
I live here with my wife. And I might be long in tooth, but I can still run this farm without too much help.
Is your wife home?
She's out in fields, lass. Pulling weeds. The curse of such fertile soil. 40 years we've been married. I couldn't do it without her, you see.
How splendid.
Aye. My wife is a fine woman. Are you married, lass?
No.
I've had my fair share of proposals, Mr. Bryden, but that's not the life for me.
Marriage is an important institution. You'll find a man one day.
I'm not looking for one, but okay.
I manage rather well without one, Mr. Bryden. What can you tell me of Lord Panswick?
He keeps us going. Most of our crops go to feed his animals.
What is he like?
Oh, I've hardly laid eyes on him. He sends his workers here to pick up the crops.
I see. You say Mr. Shoulder is at death's door. What exactly ails him?
I'm unsure. It's just what I've heard. I wouldn't want to speculate on matters that are not my business.
Mr. Bryden, may I please have your permission to excavate Hobbs Barrow?
Lol, no.
No. Have you not been listening, lass?
That's what I thought.
Samuel found something in there that's best left to rot. No digging here, lass.
Right, I get that, but...
I'm afraid I won't take no for an answer, Mr. Bryden.
Well, you're going to have to.
Let's see.
Perhaps I can at least see Hobbs Barrow.
I suppose you've come a long way to be here, lass.
All the way from London, Mr. Bryden.
Have you any proof of all you've told me?
You wish to see proof of what, Mr. Bryden?
I can't let any Tom, Dick or Harry wander around me fields. What proof have you of your claims?
What claims?
You wish to see...
I can't let... What proof?
Thanks for your...
Ta-ra now.
The letter?
Here is proof that Mr. Shoulder invited me to Bewley in order to excavate Hobbs Barrow.
Leonard making bold promises, I see. Don't make me regret this. But yes, you can have a look at it.
Oh, you are going to
Thank
regret
you.
it a lot.
Any road. Once you've set your eyes
It's
on
not
it, you won't be
called
wanting
The
nothing
Viewing
with it.
of Hobbs Barrow.
The place gives one a queer feeling.
So where can I find it?
Through that gate to your left.
It's here. You're
Just
looking
head
at it.
straight
It's
across
my
the
house.
Soptot field there. After 10 minutes or so, you'll see Barrow. Sit on a hill ahead.
Thank you again, Mr. Bryden. I really do appreciate it.
No digging. Am I making any progress?
I probably should have brought my umbrella.
Oh well.
Perhaps I could take a closer look.
Yar.
AR. I haven't a clue what that could be referring to.
No, pirate.
Finally, here it is. Hobbs Barrow.
Is indeed a peculiar shape.
Indeed, a barrow of a most unusual rectangular form. I've not seen something like this since West Kennet Long Barrow. Yes, this shall make a fine entry for my book. What secrets do you conceal, I wonder? That smell. Earthy and sweet.
Oh no, we're tripping again.
3, 2, 1. You can open your eyes now, Thomasina. Come.
Pubes.
Are you ready for your first excavation?
Yes, Daddy.
Capital. Make sure you remember everything I've taught you.
Never.
I have a feeling you might find something special.
How exciting.
I'll be watching from the steps, my little bird. Good luck.
Thank you, Daddy. Now I'm ready.
Okay.
Hello.
Pubes.
Daddy has buried something here. Nothing here.
Daddy is cheating.
No treasures here.
Is it the third one? Is it always the third one? Video games rules?
Treasure.
Yar.
Daddy, I found the treasure. Look.
Well done, little bird. Your first successful excavation. That urn you're holding is very old and precious.
Huh?
Take good care of it, all right?
I will, Daddy. I promise.
I do have a feeling there is something exceptional to be discovered here. I must gain Mr. Bryden's permission to excavate.
Boo. Just do it.
In good time.
Do it. Ugh, fine. I guess we're going back, so... Ooh. Nighttime.
Darkness falls quickly here. I should make my way back to the inn.
Is he still here? Let's say goodbye. Alright, he's gone now. Alright. Crow's gone. This is not where I wanted to go. Well, 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 if it isn't the lads.
He's engaged in a bout of pinfinger. Such a brutal hobby.
Pinfinger?
It's Herbert, the local stray. I don't wish to wake him up.
Ugh, just pet the cat. Crozier, What's up?
Good evening, Mr. Crozier.
Evening. Thanks again for the fossil, lass.
You got it.
'Tis truly a beauty.
You're most welcome. How long have you been collecting fossils?
Ever since I were a boy. The moors look a barren place, but there are plenty of fossils to be found in the rock formations. All manner of creatures to uncover.
Such a playground for a young lad. What's your favourite piece in your collection?
The ammonite you gave me today.
Oh, awesome.
The most recent is always the best.
Indeed.
What about you, lass? Do you collect out?
I do. You see, I'm writing a book on the Barrows of England. It shall be called Vestiges of the Antiquities in Rural England.
You really got to work on that title.
I document
It's really
all my
bad.
findings.
No one's going to read
What
that.
do you collect?
Pottery, tools and such.
Call it boobs
Bones,
aficionado
no
or something.
doubt.
No, I leave those in place.
You've got a morbid heart, lass. Fussing about in old graves like that.
We're not
Just-
dissimilar
I'm
in that
just
we both
goth
take an
before
interest in
goths
the
were a
remains of the
thing.
long gone.
I suppose you have a point there. How's your book coming along then?
Very well, thank you. Though I'm rather keen to begin my chapter on Hobbs Barrow. Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
Well, Daniel, I found Hobbs Barrow.
Good evening, Miss Bateman.
Good evening, Stanley. I found Hobbs Barrow.
Oh, remember what
Yes.
I said, Miss Bateman? There are stories connected to that place.
Stories you won't tell me.
Yes, stories you won't elaborate on, I might add. Don't worry about me, Stanley. I'm quite capable of warding off imagined fiends.
What if they're not so imagined?
Please, leave that place be.
Never.
I've come this far, there's no turning back now.
That's precisely what worries me.
Henry Long can talk, can't he?
He's a colourful character. The man drinks like a fish.
He certainly does.
I've seen him drink this place dry and still be up to tend his garden at sunrise. The man can truly hold his ale.
It's probably not a good thing. You should probably get him checked out.
I found Mr. Shoulder's home, thanks to the help of Father Roach.
Wonderful. So you've met our vicar then?
Yes, I did. An interesting character.
Indeed. So, did old Leonard apologise for his absence?
No, he wasn't
Not
home.
quite. He wasn't home.
What is that man playing at?
You tell me. Goodbye.
See you soon.
A fearsome-looking brute of a man. This local chap looks thoroughly intoxicated.
Are Cyril and Henry still arguing? No, they're done.
Hello again, Cyril.
You're still here?
Yep.
Did Mr. Long convince you of the virtues of Bewley Station?
What the hell do you think? Now bugger off and leave me to me drink.
Always a pleasure,
He
Cyril.
seems even more wound up than usual. I must say, last night has rather put me off using these toilets.
Well, they're the only ones we have access to. Go to bed.
Time for bed. Tomorrow I shall convince Mr. Bryden to allow me to begin my excavation.
Now, Herbert, you stay down here.
Miss Bateman,
Yes.
how are you?
Tired.
Can I
Fine.
buy you a drink?
No.
One won't hurt.
Excellent. I feel bad about what happened last night. I'm sorry I can't remember it.
That's all right, Mr. Tillett. Alcohol can do all sorts of damage to one's memory.
I was thinking that
Yes,
maybe
but-
if we had another drink tonight, I might remember what happened.
I'm not sure that's logical.
But worth trying?
If you're
I
paying.
don't need any further convincing.
Take your seat, Miss Bateman. I shall return with the goods.
Do not put it on my tab. Also, don't slip soporifics into my
to
drink,
Leonard's
please.
shoulder.
Wherever he may be.
Whoever he may be.
I've been meaning to ask you something.
Yes?
Why did Leonard Shoulder ask you to dig up Hobbs Barrow?
You didn't. You just invited me to come here.
Despite his disappearing act the previous evening, not to mention his questionable sobriety, I decided Mr. Tillett was to be my ally. I spoke again of Mr. Shoulder's letter, his proposed excavation, and my status as an antiquarian and barrow digger. He was fascinated and quite excited at the prospect of meeting the soon-to-be author of a real-life book.
You must find all manner of riches on your digs.
Barrow digging is not all success, Mr. Tillett. Often I'll come across the likeliest of sites steeped in promise. We set to work with shovel and pick and all the other barrow-opening paraphernalia you can imagine.
And they've already
Every stone
been
carefully
scoured.
taken down. Every shovel full of earth put dutifully through the sieve. And we find nothing. Or you may find a miserable remnant of animal bone or a shard of pottery hardly to be recognized from the peat in which it decayed. Sometimes it's as if some Neolithic humorist prepared an elaborate practical joke for your special benefit.
It still sounds much more exciting than spending your days sitting in England's most remote railway station.
I think a lot of things would be more exciting than that.
Are you all right,
Would
Mr.
you like
Tillett?
to be my
I've had
assistant,
another
Mr. Tillett?
argument with Agnes.
Your wife?
Aye. She didn't want me coming to the plough tonight. Truth is, I've been drinking my life away since my mother passed.
Oh, that's terrible.
Stop doing that.
I'm sorry for your loss.
You're kind, Miss Bateman. Thank you. It's been a year since the old girl left us. She had a horrible end, wasting away, day by day. Consumption got her. She was naught but bones by the end. I can't get the image out of my mind.
Consumption is syphilis, right?
She were everything to me.
I'm so sorry.
I apologise for going on, Miss
Or is it
Bateman.
TB? I think it's
It's
TB,
not
actually.
appropriate.
Don't worry, Mr. Tillett. I appreciate your
Tuberculosis.
openness.
Used to love going for walks out in the moor, my mother and I, ever since I were a little one. She'd get a tear in her eye as she looked out upon it. She loved this land. I asked Mr. Crozier to build a bench, which we've erected as a favourite lookout spot on the moors.
Jeez, Margaret.
Margaret's Lookout, we called it. Aye.
That's a beautiful tribute.
I've sat on it.
If you take a seat there, do keep her in your thoughts, won't you?
Of course, Mr. Tillett. I can relate in some manner. My father had an accident when I was very young. He's still alive, but he can neither move nor speak. He spends his entire life bedbound and incapable of communicating or looking after himself in any way.
How dreadful.
He was a barrow digger himself, an antiquarian of some renown. He taught me so much, even though I was so young. I think writing this book is my way of carrying on his work. It helps me reclaim those earlier memories of him, and I visit him often to tell him all about my excavations.
Can he hear you?
No
I've
idea.
no idea. The doctors aren't sure. I'd do anything to make him better, Mr. Tillett. I'd do anything to bring him back to the man he was. I am in a state of suspended mourning for a man caught between life and death.
Dreadful. Just dreadful.
We all have our weaknesses. Mine just happens to be my father.
And what of your mother?
A cold woman. We haven't talked in quite some time. I think she blamed me for my father's accident.
We are
somehow.
sending a letter to her, though.
Child.
Indeed. She thus saw it fit that a governess should raise me as she spent her life grieving for my father.
Well then, I propose a toast.
So she couldn't really get
A
a
toast to
divorce
what?
in these times?
A shared sense of loss.
I'll toast to that, Arthur. Now then, enough of this wallowing.
Let us be merry. Another round.
I really shouldn't.
Correct.
But I did. And another after that. And another.
Oh dear.
The frustrations of my visit to Bewley slipped away with each swill of Stanley's finest ale. We had great fun that night, Mr. Tillett and
She's
I.
really racking up a tab now at this point.
I treasure the memory.
Go on then. Let's hear those pipes.
Mustn't.
Sing the song.
You're incorrigible.
Please. You'll make a sad man happy.
Oh, well, that's all I've ever wanted to do in my life. Whoa.
Clasps, celts, and arrowheads I'll try to claw within my clutch. And if a shield I should espy, I'll vow there ne'er was such.
With popish tricks and relics rare, the priests their flocks do gull. In casting out
Is our
the
dad
earth they
Vincent van
care.
Gogh?
Huzzah! I've found a skull.
It's quite the grim. song. Alright, Herbert, stay outside. Okay. This has gone a bit bloodborne-y. Okay. Can I inspect this crazy pink sun? Hello, Crone. What's up?
Hello, Thomasina.
Ugh.
What is this? Who are you?
I'm the one that saved your father.
What do you mean?
He were here 25 years ago.
My father?
Oh.
He were deep down with the others. He were there, and something went wrong. I dragged him out.
Impossible.
I helped him then, and I can help him again.
I don't understand.
Believe my words. You'll find proof in morning. Now go.
How? I'm dreaming.
One more thing.
Yes?
This is not a dream.
Great. The second day, Episcore. Expiscore? Expiscore. The fuck does that mean?
Goodness, that was a terrible sleep.
Okay, Expiscore. What the hell does that mean? So the first one was Adventus. I'm going to guess Latin. And Adventus I think just means before, or pre, or something like, or rival. Okay. And then I've already forgotten what it was. Expiscuto? Expiscuto means looking out, but I don't actually think that's what it said now. Maybe if I save it says? No. Shit. Oh well. I'm sure it was something like that. Okay. I think we're going to call it there for part 1. Hobbs Barrow, so we moved on to day 2. Expiscuto, I think is what it said. I've forgotten, to be honest. It's taken a while to get going, but that last little bit was pretty interesting. And I guess if I wasn't bumbling about looking for a way to get a light source, that probably would have gone a bit faster. Anyway, interesting. We'll be continuing it again next week. Continuing Foley Fables part 2 of the Excavation of Hobbs Barrow. Tomorrow I'll be starting The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, in preparation for Tears of the Kingdom. So I'm going to start a fresh save, and we'll play through that pretty much up until Tears of the Kingdom comes out. That's Thursday. Friday, we're going to take a look at Evil West in Foley Plays Games for a bit. So we're going to play Evil West for a bit. So we're going to play the first 2 to 3 hours of Evil West, see what it's like. It's cowboys and vampires and punching things with an electric gauntlet. Should be a stupid fun time. Saturday, we're going to start Dead Space 2008, so the original Dead Space, in preparation for the remake that's out later this month. So we're going to start playing through Dead Space Let's Play. And then Sunday, we'll have the weekly news recap, where we'll talk about any of the industry news that's happened in the past week, as well as channel updates and stuff like that. Monday, we started a new series, which is Foley Gets Good at game. And in this case, it's Dead Cells. So we're going to do Foley Gets Good at Dead Cells. We started that on Monday. Internet was a bit rocky, so the VOD over on YouTube will be fine, because that's a local recording. The VOD on Twitch will probably be a bit shit. But it's a local recording on YouTube, so they are usually not affected by internet shenanigans. And that's going okay. I'm playing a bit more Dead Cells during the week, and I'm getting better at it, getting further. We'll see next time we actually play it. Probably not next week, it'll be a bit later on, but I don't know, eventually. Anyway, Excavation of Hobbs Barrow next week. Breath of the Wild tomorrow. Evil West Friday. Dead Space on Saturday. And Weekly News Recap on Sunday. So thanks. Anyone who dropped by today, Melwen, and anyone else who's in the chat. I see the viewer numbers are going up and down, so some people are popping in and out. Hopefully not because it's boring. Hopefully. Anyway, if you enjoyed this or want to catch up on any of the other Foley Fables, or any other Let's Plays we're doing, you can find the archive channel is youtube.com/doomtrain5. And if you're watching on YouTube and you want to hang out in the live chat, you can find that on twitch.tv/doomtrain5. Okay, hopefully I'll see some of you tomorrow for Breath of the Wild, but otherwise, have a good rest of your evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you.